Some dude from Colorado reckons he's gonna be the next king of England. An American man who claims his ancestry means he is the true heir to the British throne says he intends to travel to England to take what is rightfully his. Earlier this week, Allan V. Evans from Wheat Ridge, Colorado, paid for an ad in the Times of London newspaper to announce his ludicrous plan. Evans, who's quite possibly madder than King George III himself, gave notice that in just 30 days' time, he would attempt to claim his royal historical estate. In a rousing message to all crown subjects, the kook from Colorado also promised to make Britain great once again.
Now where have we heard that before?
Out of respect for Queen Elizabeth,
Evans said that he will wait until the current monarch dies before naming himself king. Ooh, that could spell bad news for 68-year-old Charlie Windsor, who must now be wondering if he'll ever get a crack at the top royal role.
Yeah, right. Back in the real world, Evans would do well to remember that Brexit is not far off the horizon. Soon, the UK will no longer be tied to its 1998 commitment to the European Convention on Human Rights, which outlawed the death penalty for treason. So tread carefully, Evans, old chap. According to reports, Evans has a history of making wild claims based on his possibly non-existent forefathers. In 2012, Evans tried to claim 400 acres of land in Georgia. He said his ancestors had lived there,
but the evidence was destroyed in a 1901 county courthouse fire.
Unsurprisingly, Evans was laughed out of court then, and we really don't like his chances now either.
Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews.
Enjoy that right royal rumpus? Keep watching for more.
Did Prince Andrew dip his royal scepter into teenage girls while hanging out with a convicted pedophile? The unpopular heir to the British throne has at least one thing going for him. He's not his even less popular younger brother, Andrew the Prince of York, who now stands accused of everything from shady business deals to having sex with underage sex slaves. After retiring from the Navy in 2001, Prince Andrew became a trade representative for his homeland. And he spent the next decade prowling around and making shady deals with numerous less than savory characters, including late Libyan strongman Muammar Gaddafi. Corruption allegations are admittedly a bit boring, but throw in some pedophilia and a few orgies and you got a scandal. Filthy rich U.S. financier Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew go way back, with paparazzi saying they snapped pics in 2001 of Andrew and Epstein on a yacht in Thailand, surrounded by young topless females. Epstein and Prince Andrew hung out for years before the feds managed to bust Epstein on underage sex charges in 2008. Epstein was out of prison in just 13 months. And now Andrew's creepy past with Epstein has come back to bite him in the buttocks after a woman filed criminal charges in Florida against the prince, saying she was held as a sex slave and had relations with Andrew at parties thrown by Epstein when she was underage. Identified by the media as 30-year-old Virginia Roberts, her claims might be a tad easier to deny if there wasn't this photograph of her and Andrew from 2001. Roberts says Andrew joined Epstein in orgies with underage girls at parties on Epstein's private island, at his New York mansion, and in a London flat. While the prince has denied everything, there could be some hard evidence, as Epstein is rumored to have secretly taped encounters, as, you know, he likes to watch. Adding to the allegations, Epstein's handyman also told authorities Andrew enjoyed a daily massage from a young woman whenever he stayed with Epstein. Will decade-old underage sex charges put a high-ranking member of the UK's royal family behind bars? Maybe, but don't count on it.
The king is dead. Long live the king? The Kingdom of Thailand is mourning following the death of the world's longest-serving monarch. Thailand's revered king Bhumibol Adulyadej, who was crowned more than 66 years ago, died on Thursday, aged 88. The government immediately ordered all flags to fly at half-mast and told citizens to wear black for 30 days. An official mourning period will last for 1 year, during which big events like music concerts will be postponed. Alcohol sales will be restricted, and bars and restaurants will close or shorten their opening hours. Thailand expects a record 33 million tourists this year, and it remains to be seen how the mourning period will impact the tourist industry. However, Britain's Foreign Office warned in a travel advisory that visitors should behave respectfully when in public areas. King Bhumibol will be succeeded by his only son, the far less popular Crown Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn. The 64-year-old king-in-waiting is a divisive figure in the country, where he has a reputation for womanizing and bizarre and sometimes cruel behavior. This video, which is banned in Thailand, shows the crown prince holding a weird birthday party for his pet poodle Fufu in 2007. That's his ex-wife wearing her birthday suit. The prince granted Fufu, who sadly died last year, the rank of Air Chief Marshal in the Royal Thai Air Force. More recent photos of the 3 times married prince show him in Germany, where he spends most of his time shacked up with a former Thai Airways stewardess. That's him in the boob tube, covered in tattoos. Of course, you can't say any of this in Thailand, where it's a criminal offense to insult the royal family, subject to 15 years in jail.
Saudi prince arrested for sex crime in LA. Saudi Prince Mujad Abdulaziz Al Saud, 29, was arrested Wednesday afternoon on suspicion of forcing a female worker to perform oral sex on His Majesty. Los Angeles police were called to the gated community by a neighbor who saw a bleeding woman trying to climb over an 8-foot wall that surrounds the $37 million property. Since his arrest, police say 3 other women have come forward, accusing Al Saud of abusing them. The Saudi prince does not have diplomatic immunity, so he won't be able to legally evade his court date scheduled for October 19th. However, after posting what was probably a pocket-change $300,000 bond, his neighbors told Mail Online they speculate that the prince is already long gone.
Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews. This is how a Greek princess celebrates her birthday. Princess Olympia of Greece, one of our favorite royal it girls, turned 20 years old on Monday. While most of us probably just celebrate our birthdays, the princess took it up a notch by kicking off a birthday week. The royal family celebrated the princess's birthday with a luxurious trip to Mykonos, which included this fabulous party at the trendiest beach club on the island. The princess studies photography at Parsons School of Design in New York. She is the only daughter of Pavlos and Marie Chantal, the Crown Prince and Princess of Greece. The Crown Prince was the heir apparent to the throne of Greece until the monarchy was abolished in 1973. The deposed King Constantine II, who lived in London in exile, lost almost all the family's property after the military coup in 1967 and was stripped of Greek citizenship in 1994. The wretched royal couple had to sell silverware and other heirlooms to provide for their children just a decade ago. It's so good to see these ex-royals have landed on their feet. Moreover, thanks to the 1815 Treaty of Vienna, they get to keep their fancy titles, even though the monarchy doesn't exist anymore. Well, given their love-hate relationship with Greece, guess they don't really have to care much about the ongoing debt crisis, shrinking economy, and the country's unemployment rate, which is as high as 25%. Let the party continue, princess! And we love that Valentino dress that you're wearing. Who cares if it's worth more than what an average Greek makes in a year? Prince Harry wants everyone to leave his girlfriend alone. The British royals don't often speak out, but when they do, you know shit's hit the fan. After a lifetime of being subject to public scrutiny, Harry finally broke his silence with an unusual statement, blasting the press for its coverage on his new flame, Meghan Markle. The media has been going crazy since getting wind of the 32-year-old prince's new relationship. British tabloids have been nitpicking at the American actress's divorce status and exotic biracial DNA, a far cry from Harry's usual society blonde preferences. The Suits star has also been getting hit with racist and sexist jabs from commenters and social media trolls. Haps have been hounding anyone related to Markle, at one point harassing her mother outside the woman's LA home. The actress's steamy suit scenes showing up on Pornhub was probably the straw that broke Harry's back and sent him running off to berate the press, politely of course. Whether or not the media actually complies with his request remains to be seen. Thailand has gone dark. If you're looking for a great vacation destination full of color, cuisine, and hookers, look no further than Thailand. Of course, you may have to wait a year since their beloved king, Boom Boobale of Boobale, just kicked the can, causing the entire country to go dark. Black is back. The civil servants have been ordered to wear black for a year, while Thai citizens are urged to for a month. The demand for black clothes is so big, many stores have sold out. The king's death has even sucked the color out of the internet in Thailand. The famed red light district has been forced to change everything to black light, while shows and entertainment are being toned down. As for TV, if you love watching nothing but all king all day, every day, from now until the end of eternity, you're in luck. Just don't get caught talking trash about the recently departed. Otherwise, you'll have a bunch of skinny little Thai guys trying to beat you up. And you may also be forced to cry in front of a picture or two.